In the heart of the bustling city, where skyscrapers kissed the sky and dreams seemed just within reach, lived the prosperous businessman, Alexander Harrington. With wealth that seemed to know no bounds, he had built an empire from the ground up, leaving a legacy that would echo through generations. However, amidst his opulent lifestyle, there lay a hidden sorrow that plagued his every waking moment. His beloved daughter, Emily. Emily Harrington was the apple of Alexander's eye, the light of his life. But fate had dealt her a cruel hand, leaving her with a mysterious illness that no doctor could cure. As the days passed, Emily's health continued to deteriorate, leaving Alexander desperate for a solution. It was in this desperate search for hope that Alexander stumbled upon a glimmer of possibility. Rumors whispered through the elite circles of society about a renowned nurse, Evelyn Moore, whose unconventional methods had worked wonders for the most hopeless cases. Determined to leave no stone unturned, Alexander sought out Evelyn and made her an offer she couldn't refuse. Evelyn Moore was no stranger to the world of high society. With her sharp wit and unwavering determination, she had carved a niche for herself in a world where appearances were everything. When Alexander Harrington approached her with his proposition, Evelyn knew she was stepping into uncharted territory. The terms of their arrangement were simple yet daunting. Evelyn was to become Emily's private nurse, attending to her every need while discreetly implementing her own methods of treatment. In return, Alexander promised her a sum of money that would make even the most seasoned professional's head spin. As Evelyn stepped into the Harrington mansion, she couldn't help but feel a sense of unease. The grandeur of her surroundings only served to highlight the gravity of the task at hand. With Emily's frail figure lying before her, Evelyn knew that time was of the essence. Chapter 3. The Secret Agenda. As days turned into weeks, Evelyn's presence in the Harrington household became a fixture. She tended to Emily with a care and compassion that seemed to transcend the boundaries of duty. Yet, amidst the facade of normalcy, Evelyn harbored a secret agenda of her own. While Emily slept, Evelyn would comb through Alexander's study, searching for any clue that might shed light on his mysterious illness. It was during one of these clandestine missions that she stumbled upon a trove of documents hidden beneath a pile of old newspapers. Among the papers were contracts and agreements detailing Alexander's business dealings, each one more lucrative than the last. It was then that Evelyn realized the true extent of her employer's wealth and the lengths he would go to protect it. Chapter 4. The Betrayal. Armed with her newfound knowledge, Evelyn knew she held the key to her own fortune. With each passing day, she grew more emboldened, snapping photographs of the incriminating evidence hidden within Alexander's study. Yet, as her greed consumed her, Evelyn failed to see the consequences of her actions. Unbeknownst to her, Alexander had grown suspicious of Evelyn's true motives. His keen intuition had led him to uncover her deceitful ploy, leaving him with no choice but to confront her head-on. As Evelyn stood before Alexander, her heart raced with fear and anticipation. She had played a dangerous game, and now the time had come to face the consequences of her betrayal. Chapter 5. Redemption. In the tense silence that followed, Alexander's voice cut through the air like a knife. He knew Evelyn had been secretly photographing his confidential documents, a betrayal that could have far-reaching consequences for his business empire. Yet, despite the anger that simmered beneath the surface, Alexander's gaze softened as he looked upon Evelyn. In that moment, Evelyn realized the depth of her mistake. She had allowed her greed to cloud her judgment, sacrificing her integrity in pursuit of wealth and power. But as she met Alexander's gaze, she saw something else reflected back at her: forgiveness. With a heavy heart, Evelyn confessed her sins, laying bare the truth of her actions. To her surprise, Alexander listened without judgment, his expression one of understanding rather than condemnation. As the truth came to light, a weight seemed to lift from Evelyn's shoulders. In Alexander's forgiveness, she found a sense of redemption she had thought lost forever. And though the road ahead would not be easy, Evelyn knew that she had been given a second chance, one she would not squander. Chapter 6. A New Beginning. With the past behind them, Alexander and Evelyn forged a new path forward. Together, they worked tirelessly to restore trust and rebuild what had been broken. And as they did, a bond formed between them, one built on mutual respect and understanding. As for Emily, her health began to improve with each passing day, thanks to Evelyn's unwavering dedication. With her illness finally under control, Emily was free to embrace the life she had once thought lost to her. In the end, the story of the millionaire and his secret nurse served as a reminder that even in the darkest of times, redemption is always within reach. And though had faced trials and tribulations along the way, Alexander and Evelyn emerged stronger, their spirits forever intertwined in the tapestry of fate. As the days turned into weeks and the weeks into months, a sense of normalcy settled over the Harrington mansion. Emily's health continued to improve under Evelyn's care, and Alexander found solace in the newfound trust he had forged with his once secret nurse. But just as they began to settle into their new lives, a revelation threatened to shake their fragile peace to its core. One evening, as Evelyn made her rounds through the mansion, she stumbled upon a familiar face lurking in the shadows: Edward, Alexander's longtime business rival. With a sinking feeling in her heart, Evelyn realized the true extent of Edward's treachery. He had been the mastermind behind her initial betrayal, manipulating her every move in a bid to dismantle Alexander's empire from within. Fueled by rage and a newfound sense of determination, Evelyn knew she had to act fast. With Emily's safety hanging in the balance, she confronted Edward head-on, determined to put an end to his scheming once and for all. Chapter 8. The Final Showdown. As Evelyn faced off against Edward, a battle of wills ensued, each one determined to emerge victorious. But as the stakes grew higher and the tension mounted, Evelyn found herself outnumbered and outmatched. Just when all hope seemed lost, Alexander appeared, his steely resolve cutting through the chaos like a beacon of light. With his support at her side, Evelyn summoned the strength to confront Edward head-on, her determination unwavering in the face of adversity. In a dramatic showdown that echoed through the halls of the mansion, Evelyn exposed Edward's treachery for all to see, laying bare the depths of his deception. And as the truth came to light, Edward's facade crumbled, leaving him defeated and disgraced in the eyes of all who had once held him in high esteem. Chapter 9. A New Dawn. With Edward's defeat, a sense of peace settled over the Harrington mansion once more. The threat that had loomed over them had been vanquished, leaving Alexander, Evelyn, and Emily free to embrace the future that lay before them. As they looked toward the horizon, a sense of hope filled their hearts. Though their journey had been fraught with peril and uncertainty, they had emerged stronger and more resilient than ever before. And though the scars of their past would never truly fade, they served as a reminder of the trials they had overcome and the bonds that had been forged in the fires of adversity. In the end, the story of the millionaire and his secret nurse was not just one of betrayal and redemption, but of love and resilience in the face of unimaginable odds. And as they stood together, united in their triumph, they knew that no obstacle could ever stand in their way again. For in the end, it was not wealth or power that defined them, but the strength of their hearts and the depth of their convictions. And with that knowledge in their hearts, they stepped boldly into the future, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead, together as one.